Guys, what's going on in SpotTheOzzie here with season number 4, the World Championship for race number 6. Bang! And we are currently on a bit of a flyer, so give this series a thumbs up. I'm hoping to hit 75 likes this video. Last race was chaotic. We collided after pushing ourselves forward strategically by pitting at the right time as soon as the safety car came out. And then we all got stuffed around because the two teammates collided with one another. They had to fix their front and rear wing, and they also had to do, well, at least Lara had to do a drive-through penalty, but we were still able to secure 7th and 9th much needed championship points for us to carry on within this series and still be competitive. Now, our target is indeed 7th or above, and we are coming 6th. We are only 20 points behind second. First place is 76 points ahead of us, at least. They are starting to really push out the gap, and it's almost mid-season, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to get on top of them. Plus, their car just seems to be on point performance-wise and reliability. They have had zero issues so far, which is, you know, it's tough to race against one of those people. But as you know from last race, with the collision between Partner and Lara, Party lost 10 stats in fitness. 1,000. He went down 1,000%, so he went down to 9, and that's only up for, what is it? Let me have a look. Dodgy neck. 8 weeks, which is going to be 3 rounds. Now, what does fitness do? If you click on it, it impacts how a driver's performance level drops off during a race. So the longer the race, the more dramatic. Because these are only short races, I don't really feel like we need to sign anyone up. I did have a look around. I did indeed have a bit of a look around. But the guys who are at the top of the tier, like a Harry Chapman, for example, his stats are very close anyway. Yes, he is starting on 4.5. He's probably the best driver to pick up that is currently unemployed. If we approach the driver, let's just do this as a bit of a test. Let's approach the driver. He's not a paid driver like Partner is, so we don't get money for him driving. The biggest difference in his stats is overtaking is 20. It's not 6. And apart from that, he's relatively the same other than, you know, feedback and fitness. He is dealing with some internal issues like a midlife crisis. He's a club goer, which means he has more markability. Markability is 100. He's on very low morale. He could leave tomorrow, like, you know what I mean. Let's approach the driver and just see what it's all about. So he doesn't care about status, so let's give him that. Let's offer him, how much per race? $600,000. See, this is where we lose a lot of money. We're currently paying £800 for our reserve driver. If we sign up Harry Chapman, that is going to be one expensive guy to get on. He'd prefer a nice contract to the end of 2020. Signing on fee, like, what do you do here? $1 million. As for target, let's go to about 175 for 7th or above. And let's just see if he takes the bait. Let's see what happens from there. Other than that, I have had a little bit of a cheeky look around, and I just think Partner and stat of paid driver just trumps all. Olga Merikov is another one I kind of looked at because she has the potential to go 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 in all of her stats. In fact, you know what? Let's chuck an offer at her just for the sake of it and see what she comes back with. She is interested. Status isn't too important, so we'll go not important. Wages aren't important. Let's leave it at 336. But for a short contract, 2019, signing on fee isn't very important. So let's make it 187. See how much of a difference Chapman is to in comparison to Olga? Isn't that surprising? Because I think Chapman was running last year in the World Championship. Bonus size isn't important either. So let's do 7th. So Olga might actually be a good pickup for us. Let's just see what the offer happens there. Let's do one more offer. Anyone who's unemployed. Who is there? Santo. I think Santo's really old. He's 29, so he's a bit on the rock. He has good stats though. Endurance Championship. All around, his markability is low. Morale is peaking at best. Who else can we get to fit in? Will Hum, if that's how you want to pronounce it. Wet Weather Pro. Flat spot tire. Oh, -2 on his smoothness, which is at 19. Fashionista. Markability is up 10. Renewed passion plus 10 for the next 17 weeks. He might be a bit of a goer too. What would he want? He's interested. We are a World Championship team. Status isn't too important. 321. He'd prefer a long contract. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's give him no sign-on fee. Let's give him a bonus. Very minimal. Let's see if any of these guys take the bait. Remember, we are taking them from the unemployment line. They're getting welfare to all of a sudden driving at the top of their field. Who else is there to kind of nab? I had a bit of a look around earlier. Drivers here, and just to sign them off, like if we approach Rick de Graaf, like stock car champion, hates team orders, timesheet hero, modifier plays during qualifying, practice only. Look at his stats. A really good fitness is actually lower, and that's because he's in a neck brace as well. So we wouldn't actually. It's for 8 weeks. Is it the same time period? I think it is. Yeah. Isn't it funny? He might have been good to get next time. You gotta remember, Putnam's still 3 and a bit stars. He's already lost those 10 stats, so to still be nearly 4 stars is actually really good. There's no one really else. Flores, let's have a bit of a look. Bad at feedback, skinny, fitness trait, addictive personality. See, no one just has what Party has, so let's just go along with what we have on those offers. It's just going to be interesting to see what people want. As for our part fitting, we have to wait a day. And luckily for us in that last round, we ran medium. We ran 2 low components, and we didn't get caught cheating. If we ran high, I reckon we would have got caught. So we want to keep doing that. So we've got a gearbox now. That's going to be not cheating, so we're going to stick in that up. What needs to be fixed crucial is the suspension, so let's get that suspension up. Rear wing is good to go. What are we designing at the moment? Completely forgot. We're designing another rear wing, so that's going to be ready in 5 days. Probably not in time for the race. So that's 70, that's fine to go. Currently got another one for 70, and it is not crucial for this race anyway. We want to just flick this over, all the way over there, just to start us off, just to get them up. And as for brakes, there's no point cleaning them up. They're good to go. Yeah, brake and acceleration. Cool, let's just see where we can get with that. Sponsorship, nothing has fallen out just yet. They're all filled up. We're still scouting as well. Christian West will be available in the following rounds, not just this round, so the one after. And here we go. We're clocking down the time for the rear wing to be designed. How are we looking, boys? Design a new component. What's up for next race? 25 days, so we've got quite a bit of a gap. Front wing. Definitely need to go front wing. 20 plus. Let's just kick it off with that. 7 days. 3 days after the race. Should be go by next race. And we are going to... Okay, gearbox. Good. Going to start doing rear wing. 4 days. If we flick that up, will both components be good to go? 15 days after the race. So I might help them out significantly. Probably should have paid that a little bit more attention, but that's okay. Let's carry on. So here's our proposals. What do they want? Olga. Interesting. Looks interesting. What is she like? She's insulted by the wages. 404. 471. Let's go there. Now this person isn't going to be basically ready to go by the next race. It's in 3 days. They're delighted by the bonus. So let's just chip that down a little bit. Make it 5, 5th or above. Signing on fee 187. Can we get rid of that? And then just do that? Yeah, let's just try that. Will Hume is like, meh. No signing on fee. Neutral. Insulted by cost per race. He'd prefer a long contract. Well, we're not going to give it to you. I just don't want to get hooked into paying for someone who's not really doing anything for us. Harry Chapman. Former World Championship contender. Insulted by the... Wow. Let's just entertain the idea. I'm probably not going to sign him on signing on fee. Wow, $1 million. Let's just entertain the idea. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And as for part improvement, let's have a look. Where are we at? 61, 51. 1 day to go. Will they be okay to race on? I think the gearbox will be. Just. As for the rear wing, let's just weigh that up. How much better is it? It's quite better, isn't it? Where are we again? This is like having OCD where you go to check 58 and 67. Yeah, that's good. And 58 for the race. So that should go up just a little bit more. 57. We have raced lower. Now, of course, we're going to pick 7th. We are struggling to get in the top 7, so while we go 3rd or above or 1st, we're going to stay with something a bit more consistent. As for tyres, it's a 15-lap race, so let's go 9 softs, 3 hards, which we're not going to use anyway. And then, yeah, how are we looking? Practice, clear weather. Qualifying, heavy rain. Race, heavy rain. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? How are we going to fix these cars up? So we're going to stack Lara, because she's more competitive. Tiago, with that neck brace, not looking too good. Okay, so we've got 1 risky component for Lara's car and 1 risky component for Tiago, which is going to put us up to medium. For the, what are we going to do for the wing? We're going to put Lara up. 58 should be able to hold off. And 70 for Tiago. Good again. And we are good to race. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get this practice on the way. I will skip practice again because it's more about me just balancing out the car to where it needs to be and trying to optimize the temp. So it's a bit of a, it's a bit more methodical. It's a little bit boring, and I am losing my voice. So I'll tune back when we have qualifying, guys. Practice session had a bit of everything. It was wet, and then it got completely soaked, and then it dried out. So we actually buffed different areas of our performance. So we've got 5% trim for qualifying, which is what I might stick to, and 10% for soft tyres. I don't know, is it going to stay dry? It reckons it's going to be raining, so we might go 5% for intermediates for now. It's hard to know. It's going to be dry, and then it's going to get wet. Maybe, just maybe, we can do a quick lap with soft tyres straight from the get-go. And then pull on the intermediates. So it's going to have a bit of everything in there. We'll do 1 drive with intermediates, 1 drive with qualifying tyres. It's going to be razzle dazzle. It will take a minute and a half to get around, so we won't be able to do it. In that case, let's just go back and fix this setup. Qualifying, soft tyres aren't going to be the go. Intermediates, we might actually give her optimizing the brake and tyre temp instead. Yeah, it's hard because the knowledge we did a couple of laps in intermediates, and we did, a lot of laps in softs. The thing is, we only have 5 sets of intermediates, 5 sets of wets. If you start using them for your qualifying, for your practice, that limits you to how many sets you have in the final race. So we also have to optimize. So it was better when it was that way, was it? So we've gone backwards. So what I might do is, I'll go back here. And then we'll go where? We'll go that way with the rear wing. Nope, sorry. Hmm. 95, I think. We're just going to leave it at 95. I think that might be the way to go. We'll do intermediates. It looks like it's going to rain and get worse by the time we go out. So we're going to send both cars out straight away, straight off the bat, because we don't want to go out when it's completely soaked. We have no idea what this weather's going to be like. Send out, bang. Out you go. Intermediate tyres. Actually, we'll leave a short gap. We don't leave too big of a gap. Out you go as well, partner. Oh, how are we looking? Yeah, it's definitely going to get wetter and wetter, isn't it? That's the way to go. Start to push you as well. Be interesting to see. It looks like the whole field's going to come out as well for the start of the session. And we'll just lead them around slowly. I'll get Lara to go up a bit faster. She starts bridging the gap. I don't know, it's kind of weird because we got her into push mode, yet partner is right up her bumper on a more neutral strategy. I don't know how that works. We might just back down then. Wow. we're going to have both cars back up to each other. And here comes the rain. Wow, it's going to get completely soaked. I don't know what I'm going to do here. What are we going to do? We'll get Lara to go faster. We'll get you to come down a little bit. Are you on soft tires? Oh no. Well, that's okay. Because it's going to start raining, let's just bring you in straight away. Cancel bring you in. Let's get you to back off and then we'll bring you in. Let the field get away from you. Perfect for tires. As for you, let's just keep going around and around, and then we're gonna bring you in as soon as we get cold enough. Bring in, bang. He should come straight in. So, Lara will get one lap done on intermediate tires, whereas the rest of the field will have to go on a full soaked out track, provided that doesn't get any drier. So this is actually going to give a huge benefit to Lara. We're able to get a bit of a gap for everyone else behind us by stacking Partner behind. So that was why Partner was right up Lara's ass that whole lap, is that because he was on soft tyres like the rest of the field, while Lara was in intermediates. It seems to be intermediates are the way to go. Hopefully it doesn't get too wet. It seems to be in that range. In the next minute, it's going to get completely soaked out there. We've got someone ahead of us. Who was that ahead of us? I don't know. They're probably on slicks. They're probably slowed up that much. They're going to make us hesitate. So we are the fastest car on the circuit at the moment. Come on, Lara. Go on through. Don't muck around. Go on through. Go on through. Come on, come on. Go around the outside. Can she make it stick? The other car's going to get underneath this. And, there you go. We're going to get a bit of a nudge. But we are going to get pole for the start of this session. What's going to happen is it's going to get dry. I think we have to send Partner out on intermediate tyres. I think that's going to be the go. So we'll send him out on these tyres. Out you go. As long as we have 3 sets for the race, I'm happy. We don't want to drag in too much. And it might get drier at the end of this race. Look at that. It dramatically drops after the 6-minute mark. So after halfway through, it's going to be up. But yeah, Lara has absolutely killed everyone by 13-14 seconds because of the dampness on the track. It's unfortunate she didn't get more of a buffer because of the amount of, because of the cars breaking into us. But it looks like it's going to dry up to soft tires. That's not good. We wanted it to keep soaking down while we had Lara do a lap while it was only a little bit damp. Wexler has now locked up as well. How are you? You're just going around. It's going to go down significantly any second now. Come back down. So everyone else is still on slick tires. That's amazing. Just because I'm doing that lap. So we've made the right call to kick off with. And slick tires might be the call in just a second, actually. It's going to get sunnier and sunnier. So what we're going to do here now is... we might actually get Partner to come into the pits. Yeah, we are. Get him to come in and just go straight out in soft tyres while it's still going to be dry. It might only be dry for a lap, so we're going to go straight out. No mucking around. In the rain you go. Just get out there, Partner. We're going to send you straight out as well. It looks like it is going to keep getting sunny and sunnier, but the weather's been that on and off that we have no idea. Everyone else is being slown up. Solara's going to be the first car to do a lap in the dry with slick tyres. Get her to start punching them out, because everyone else will start to come out very quickly. As for you, my good sir, let's leave it. No, I'd rather get a lap under my belt just to make sure we can always bring you in. Here we go. Lara is coming around halfway around the track now. Partner is exiting 20th, so we've got one car in first, one car in 20th. That should surely change with the next lap to go. It's just going to keep getting sunnier and sunnier. How fast is the lap around here? So this will be her lap. If we get her to do this lap, this will be it. The track grip is going to get grippier and grippier. Start to punch you out. A lot of cars are starting to come out. Let's make a last minute call if we want to go now. Now, because I can see 4, 13, 16, 19 coming out now, it is way too risky to do a lap. She's absolutely going to get held up by everyone. Oh, what do I want to do? If she goes around, it will take 2 minutes from where she is now, and then she won't have enough time to get around again. Let's let her stick this one out. I'll make a last-minute call. Is anyone coming out after 19? It doesn't look like it. Okay, we're going to let her do a lap. So hopefully 19 doesn't stuff her up too much. No, she goes around the outside, so she has a little bit of clear track, and that's what we wanted to see. As for Party, this is going to be his one lap dasher for him in the dry. So we want to get those tyres back down, the brakes, and he's about to start. So now we want to pump it back up. We got perfect tyre temp for perfect tyre temps. Brakes a little overheated. First place for Lara, still sitting there, doing her lap. And now, she's just set the fastest first sector. So it's really going to be heavily dependent upon who's out there at the moment. Do they have clear track? And I think for Lara, that's going to be the case, because there's no one going to be ahead of her. Hopefully these people in front don't slow down. It is their out lap, so you'd imagine they'd be speeding up. Lara fastest in Sector 2. So this is our qualifying session to lose now. Hopefully we don't get it behind that person. And Lara should go through to first place, so it's actually paid off by sticking out there. Those cars doing their outlaps have done a fast lap. Lara's going to come through. How's Partner going? Lara pole, we knew that was going to happen. He's already down by 1.3 seconds, and that's just because of the way 2.5, the way that we have people in our way. If we bring him in now to do another lap, he won't get out there in time. So it's just about him just completing this lap behind whoever the hell that is. We don't want to get him into 20th. He tips the car in front of him, so there is a collision. And where is it going to... That's going to put him up to second for now. But everyone else is doing their fastest lap, and they're going to be able to complete it. Ah, no. So we're first and second, 4 seconds back to Partner. How many other people are going to be able to pass us and go up a lap or two? So Lara's blocking someone. We're not controlling her. We can't speed her up. We can't slow her down. So Morona goes up. Lara goes back into second spot. Whoa, we're going to get completely shifted here, aren't we? Partner is definitely going to get kicked out of the top 10. This is about seeing. You've got to also add the fact that the track grip... Well, the track grip hasn't gone up, has it? It's just stayed the same. So Partner is going to be slowing up a few other people doing their fast laps. You never know. Will we be able to stay in? Every single car is out right now. Let's speed this up. So Partner's held up most of the field. Sylvander goes fastest. Gonzalez, we're now pushed out of the top 7 by 0.1. 0.6, now we're going down, and this is just a case of us watching our times go back. At least we're going to be 17th, unless Lippinon can do a faster time. No, he doesn't. So we go 11th and 17th based on... Where's the tab? Oh, it's not loading for us. Let's have a look at those times. So that was a really weird session. We got them out at the right time. We got held up just a little bit. Our car performance isn't that great. 1.9. You've got to imagine if Parnin didn't get held back, you would think he'd be up there into like 14th at least. But yeah, the difference between us getting into the top 7 was 0.6. So not a lot. And Sylvander got pole. He earned it. He was 0.8 faster than any other car on the track. So there you go. So we're just outside the points. We are going to have a battle. It is going to rain again though. It's going to... Let's have a look. We've got sunny and cloudy. What do we want to pick? Weather forecast for the first couple of laps is going to be dry, so we want to go race trim. Definitely race trim for everything. Stick to our soft tyres. Same again with you at the moment. I don't think... I just want to get that immediate boost out from the start. We're going to put everyone into attack mode because I think it's going to get wet, and therefore we'll have to pit maybe lap 5 or 6. That's what I'm banking on. As for our setup, yeah, they're already in the window that we need them to be. No need to put the fuel up into a higher burn rate. Like I said, everyone backs each other up. And we don't have any advantage. We might lose a spot or two, but if we overcut people, then you know, that's our strategy that we kind of adopted while the game is as it is. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, look, the guy coming 19th in the championship is 20th. 19th spot is Chu. All the guys we should be ahead. Wexler's in second. He's coming there. Nina Holtz. It is such a shame to miss out yet again on that qualifying. But it is time to go at Munich All the lights are out. Will we get off to a good start? Lara gets a good jump, but she's held back by the person in front of her who gets an awful start. We're off the line pretty cleanly. We're not battling anyone into the first corner. Looks like Partner goes up the inside and he jumps into 14th spot into 13th. So Partner started, what did he start? 17th. He's up to 13th. So screw the fact that we qualified poorly. This is all about us grinding through the field as fast as we possibly can. It's a single file at the moment, so all the cars are following each other one by one. And look at that dam, look at that hang off. We wouldn't want to go off there on off the cliff there. And we go over the bridge where the buses are coming in. Lara now up into 10th position. Does she have the power? Yes, she does. Unfortunately, does not have under brakes. Lara gets passed by 2 cars, that momentum swing. And we're in 12th and 13th, so we've gone up. No, we've gone down. Lara's gone down, Partner has gone up. Like I said, look at the field. Everyone is into a high mode. Some guys are in the conserve. And the main thing is we are watching that forecast because we think it's going to get wet at some part of the track. I'm going to bank on like lap 5, 6. That's why we're going to keep pushing with the tyres. Let's have a look at the park conditions. Everything looks fine there. We're all dandy. We have pretty reliable cars now. And we only have 2 illegal components. And that's for Partnen's car. But yeah, let's see if Lara can make anything of it. So Partnen seems to be faster at this start of the race. He's gotten fast, he's gotten by Lara, and Lara seems to be drifting back. She doesn't seem to have that momentum. They're basically at the same driver stats now, except Lara has much better overtaking, where Party has significantly less fitness. And we're just fighting for track position at the moment. Has the rest of the field taken away? No, there's a 1 second difference between first and second. As you can see, not a lot of people getting away despite the engine modes that people are doing. We have a couple of conservatives in there, we have a couple of people blazing away. And they're all battling over their individual positions. So Sylvander, Sharp, Gonzalez, Blanc, we do not like Blanc, Rodriguez, Espinoza, Saarinen, Holtz, Schmidt, Bergman, Lindquist, Partnen, Sirikov, Wexler, and then us, Lara in 15th. So far, so good. First part of the race is usually just finding your rhythm, finding a good flow. And it is going to rain, look at that. What did I call it? Did I tell you guys? Lap 5, 6, I reckon it's going to rain. So, what that means is we're going to keep pushing on these tyres. It doesn't matter if they start to rot off, because by that lap 5, 6 mark, we're going to have to pit anyway. Get a fresh set, so let's just push the car as much as I possibly can. And Partner gets pushed out of that little battle pack. Can he make another pass under brakes? No, he can't, but Lara goes back through. Lara now onto the charge. And Lara fighting for that 13th position. And isn't it funny how much they can go back between one another? So that was 350 kilometers Partner came by. And someone goes off. Who was that? I think Partner completely sandbagged Lippinon and sent him off flying into the field. Will we have a penalty for that? I don't know. That was a weird crash. Does he have any component damage? No. Lara, no. So we've sent someone eating sand, literally. And there is not going to be a safety car. So Lippinon's car gets towed off with no safety car needed. Quite surprised. That would have been interesting to see what we would have done, considering it's another 2 laps. We would have gone in and stopped for intermediate tyres, but that's not going to happen. And yeah, that's unfortunate, because we've been able to take advantage for all the other races when they've had... Sharp has crashed. The person coming second has now crashed. The Australian from Down Under has crashed, and now there is a safety car leaving the garage. So what are we going to do? We're going to pit, and we're going to pit for intermediates. We're going to risk it for the biscuit. Come into the pits. We have a number of sets. They last for 10 to 12 laps. Probably not enough to get to the end. We're going to do a balanced strategy. I don't want to fix anything, or is it worth fixing the rear wing? Who else is going to be coming in? It's going to push it up by 10. I think we might. Let's have a look. Is anyone else? Schmidt's going to come in. Oh, a couple of people are going to be coming in, aren't they? Bergman won't be. Linguist might. You've got to remember, if we pit for Lara, it's going to double stack and put her behind a couple of other people. And Partner will have to double stack as well. Oh, what do we want to do? Do we want to... It's such a tough call. We want to fix to make sure it's reliable. I think we have to. The fact that it's gone from 58 to 48, it's dropped by 10 in 3 laps. Technically, if you times up by 3, we're going to be risking it by the end of the race. So that's what we're going to have to do. It will be a double stack, unfortunately, but That's part of the game. Because Partner is going to drop behind that much, it might just be worth touching up all these little bits and pieces as well. Because he'll be able to catch back up to the pack, and he's going to go back into last for double stacking anyway, so we'll get him to do his stop. Did we do tyres? Let me just double check. Yep, tyres, park condition, balanced, bang, 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 bang. 33-second stop, that's going to be okay. Because the leader should get pulled up here. So, yeah, look, we're fighting for a reliable car at the same time. And we're not going to lose too many spots. Let's watch Lara's stop. Is it a good stop? She has 4 green tyres. Rear wing gets fixed. Both good. She comes out and gets banked behind. Who was that? I don't know who that was. We'll have to have a quick look afterwards. Hartnen's car. See, he would have been last in that queue anyway, so it's well worth it repairing all these components for the end of the race. Lara drops back into 16th, so she's behind Morona now. We might just get everything back into conserve mode while we catch up. We have to obey the rules and go to a specific speed limit. So there's no point going in. And the rest of the field are pitting for inters as well, so they've picked that up as well. We didn't lose that many spots, I believe. This is going to be interesting. What's going to happen here? Now, can we push our inters deep into this race? I don't think so. I don't think so. Remember last time we looked at doing that? Everyone else started to buckle down this last lap. Have we learnt from the last race? Now, I think we would have been much better off if we didn't crash and hit each other, and we wouldn't have had to have, you know, fixed the cars. But the fact that Partnen's parts are now good to go, let's just see how this race folds out and then make a call. Let's fast forward this up. So Partner should be able to jump on the back of the queue despite stopping and fixing all of his components. Here comes the rain. And you should see most of the field having to pit. There we go, everyone rolls into the pits. Ooh. Ah, that sucks. Look at that. They need to fix that. So, in my opinion, the safety car needs to go faster so people rejoining from the queue go to the back of the field like a normal race. At the moment, what's happened is cars have been able to pit that are coming first, second, and third and come out 8th or 9th. That is very unrealistic. So the safety car probably needs to go about 30 kilometers faster. And that will fix that little issue up. But yeah, right now, 7th and 10th position, can't complain. Safety car will go in. We have quite a bit of excess fuel on board, don't we? So we're going to go straight into burn mode. Attack and burn. They're not behind each other, so I'm not going to give them race orders to allow teammates through. And it looks like by lap 9, it's going to go back down to a dry setup, because as you can see, it dips down, so that's why we're going to push. Now Partner goes straight into 9th position. Lara's in, oh my god, this is going to be very close between the two teammates. I think Partner might have the better car because we're able to fix those components. But let's just let them race again. Hopefully they've learnt. We can speed this up. We just need to keep an eye out on this weather, because if it gets dry, it looks like it's going to go back to being wet. If it gets drier, it's going to be a tough one to call. Let's go back to medium because they're not in fresh air. And Saarinen has locked up, the guy coming in second. There's a bit of a gap now between Partner and the rest of the field, so he's now battling for position. We're on the back of this queue. Let's slow it down a little bit. Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez has a big lead by 6 seconds down to the rest of the field, so Gonzalez might be able to wrap this up if he gets ahead enough. And how are we going? It looks like it looks like it's going to keep raining. It's going to keep drizzling, but that's all right. 8th and 9th position, both in the points. Now, will other people pit? That's the call. Or are they going to be very conservative? We're at 73%. Here comes the drier part, so it's going to dry the track up. Enrique Lara has locked up. So she goes down to 51%, which means we're going to definitely have to pit for new tyres. Just want to have a look. Let's look at the data warehouse. Tyre history. We've done 4 laps. 4 laps. And they're down to 70%. One lap would have been on the safety car, so they're using about 10% a lap. So that's not enough for Partner to get through unless he really wants to risk it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pit Lara. We're going to get her pitted now, because we're convinced it's going to keep raining. And then she's going to have clean air to keep driving the way she is. Tieva has gone into 7th, so that's good. He's now fighting again for position. We might actually give it one more lap, just to ensure that we're doing the right stop. And then what we want to do is we want to pit Lara early, get her a bit of dry area, a bit of air in front of her. We could do that now though, 41%. Could do it now. Do we want to do it now? We're not really being held up. This is a big call. How many laps will we have to do? We're going to have to do 6 laps. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So I'm going to pit Lara, get her back on inters. Park condition, everything looks good, nothing to really heal. The rear wing again, luckily we fixed it the first time because now it's, you know, still a little bit damaged. She's going to come in the pit. And when she comes out of the pit, she's now going to have clean air in front of her. And she has a lot of excess fuel, so we're going to completely burn that up. Partnen will pit. Ricky Lara drops in 18th. But here they go. No one's in front of Lara, so she's going to be able to do very fast laps. People will have to pit before this race finishes. That's what we're banking on at the moment. As for Party, how's he going? He's just got his tyres in the 60%. We might be able to push this. If we go back down to push, get the tyre temps down, we might be able to push Party to finish this race without doing an extra stop. It's risky, but it might just pay off. Let's get him to go into overtake mode. Let's just make sure he goes back into neutral. 55%, as long as he doesn't lock up, this might be the strategy that pays off. It depends how everyone else is pitting. So we've got two drivers on completely 2 different strategies right now. He has to do 5 laps with 50%. Let's look at the data warehouse. What has he done previously? Tyres, he would have done about 5 laps. 2 laps would have been under safety car. So we might be able to push these tyres out. They might be on their last legs. Let's see if this pays off. It's a big move. And looks like Ribeiro is pitted. We'll be able to come ahead of Ribeiro as we go around. We're straightening up. I don't know where he was in relation to the rest of the field, but yep, Lara goes by quite convincingly. Her lap times, she's doing 139s, and the rest of the field is still doing 137s. So she's not really eating away. She's not really utilizing that open air that we thought she would be. Party's now into 6th. So this actually might be the winner. The fact that Party, I don't know what's going on. That might have been Lara's outlap, sorry. So we'll just give it one more lap. I have to double check that. But her pace seems to be up, 3.89. Partner says, take that, you Portuguese idiot, as he passes Rodriguez. Everyone else's tyres, look at that, are completely being chewed up. So this might be a winner for us. Espinosa locks up. Look at all these tyres. Gonzalez, 37%. Surinen, 17%. Holtz, 34%. Marino, 41%. 23%. And then there's Arson, 45%. So out of the top 6 cars, we have the most meat on our tyres. Now, provided we do not lock up, we're in a really good headspace at the moment. How did Lara go on that last lap? She did a 135, so she is much faster. She's 4 to 5 seconds faster than the people ahead by those battle packs. And this race is going to definitely finish under rainy conditions. So, I don't know if Lara will be able to catch up to Partnen. It really depends if the wheels start to fall off. But yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. She will definitely get on the back of this battle pack with more fresher tyres, 69%. The other thing we want to make sure, will they have enough fuel? 3.1. Yes, he will. Let's burn them up a little bit more, and then we'll go back to medium as soon as we get around. So how did Lara go? She's at 136. So she's about 6 to 7 seconds faster now. Cool. Actually really good. Let's get him back into push mode, get that temperature up just a little bit. Push you back into medium. Same with you, Lara. Lara, we need to get you back into medium, unfortunately. We will recalculate once we go across the line. But yeah, but Lara is on a charge. She might be able to get her way into the top 10. See that? The rear wing is now falling off. So luckily we fixed that on the first safety car, even though it banked up Partnen. Partnen has no one behind him at the moment, and he has the most, he has the most amount of tread on those tyres out of everyone in the top 6 still. And those guys aren't going to pit. So we've got 2 more laps to go. We can probably risk just pushing him just a little bit. Same with you, Lara. We want to make sure that we're watching that because we're going to have to put them down. Now, Lara, the Undertake Specialist, goes up to 14th. Splices between the middle of Bergman and Solander. She's now going to be fighting through this battle pack, so I'm going to get her back into medium. She has 52% tyre tread left. Partner's still looking really healthy there at the moment as he gets onto the back of this battle pack. Everyone else in a conserve mode. So we are absolutely going to push, and there he goes into 5th position. Seranin has to pull off because of his tyres. Lara now on the charge. Wow, look at that battle pack. Lara dives through the middle. That is a huge battle pack. That's like 4, 5, 6 cars wide into the S's. Lara putting the pedal down on the metal right there into 11th. So we're going to get both cars into the points at this rate. Party now into the top 4 and possibly getting into the top 3. Look at all these other cars. They are struggling at the moment. How is he for fuel? He has 1 point. Yep, let's go into overtake mode for Lara. No, for Lara. As for you, you're going to have to go back into possibly low mode. Who's behind you? Rodriguez. Doesn't have enough. We're going to get you to go into push attack mode with 21%. You're good to go. Lara is now onto 24% herself. And she is into 8th position, hunting down 7th. So that fight is definitely on. Can we get our first podium in this championship? Sorry, 2nd, because we did it in the first race. Can we get our first podium position in this championship, though? Lara must have locked up somewhere along the lines. She's into 8th. We had to pit her. It's paid off. She got into free air. She's been able to track them down. Partner and checkered flag for Gonzalez. Can we get him to put it into medium mode and possibly go have a bit of a launch at this last straight? We're going to have to keep watching Lara. Lara might be able to clinch this 7th position, so go back into high mode. Go into attack. Let's see what you can do. Partner, where are you finishing up, buddy? You were just going to finish shy of getting a podium. That is literally that close. It would have been over Holtz, who had 8%. Schmidt is going to hold on with 12%, and Gonzalez held on with 15%. Rodriguez is in 5th position. His tyres are completely gone. So is Wexler's. Where is our girl Lara, though? Lara coming around. She won't be able to do anything with it. That's okay. We did a great race. 8th and 4th position. So, yeah, again, different strategies worked out for us. We had to pit Lara anyway. She locked up. She lost 20% tyres. So we pitted at the right time, got her into clean air. She was able to make up the most of it and go on a bit of a charge through the rest of the field. The rest of the field pretty much finishing on blown tyres, essentially. So Gonzalez picks up the win. Seranin now finishes, now runs out of fuel. That's alright because he was behind us anyway. But we got both cars into the top 8. Both competitive. That's what we want to see. We are going to get our bonus. Nearly got a podium. Literally just that much. It's like horse racing, you know, the difference between there to there. But, you know, it happens. And that is life, unfortunately, for us. But we are competitive again. The weather conditions favour us. The weather conditions about, you know, being real strategic and managing the cars is working in our favour 110%. So while we lack performance, we've got the brains. We've got the brains trust here. Here we go, live timings. So, we have Partner. It's unfortunate that there is no fastest lap because it looks like Partner might have gotten that lap. Nope, sorry. Sharp's lap might not have... Sorry, 136. No, we didn't get the fastest lap. That's because Sharp got it at 133. So Sharp DNF. Anything can happen in these races. There you go. Standings... Ooh, the other thing is anyone going to get picked up for cheating? That would be huge. That would be huge. Let's have a look. Medium rule break. Risk a rule break. Here we go. What are we going to do? Nothing. Nothing's been caught. Boom. No rules broken. Wow. Holtz. Oh my god. We got another podium. Holtz is deducted 6 places, which moves Tievo up to 3rd and Enrique Lara up to 7th, putting both cars into the 7 mark. And that is spectacular. We get by on the fact that one of the top teams cheated. Unfortunately for Nina Holtz getting caught out. But they must have been using illegal components. And we were literally an inch away from getting in front of Holtz. So there you go. That's our podium for us. So that's a great result. Gonzalez still gets the win. The change. Let's look at the big changes. 14 places for Parton. Started 17th, finishes 3rd. Lara started 11th, finished 7th, and yeah, the biggest losers there are Sharp, losing 16th place, so did Solvander. 15 points on the podium, putting Lara back up to 5th, Putnam up to 12th, and that's happy days. 4th in the championship. We're only 21 points behind Windsor Racing, so we're getting there. We're making grounds. Let's have a look at our happiness. So yeah, the risk of keeping Partner in as our main driver, despite the fitness and neck brace, was worth it. Came 3rd, happiness, markability's up. Lara continually improving as we speak. Focus, focus. Good all-rounder versus Party. Anyway, guys, that has been round number 6 in our championship. $3 million. Thank you so much. And, you know, had we have gone 3rd or better, we might have got that bigger payday, but no way were we going to do that one. Anyway, guys, that has been our championship round. Lara might be able to get 1st position. She's following Sharp by 40 points. And we're what? Round 6, was it? Let me just check that. I've got to double check for you guys. We are round 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6, 7. So we're just 2 races away from the middle mark. So after Cape Town, we will get into the middle mark for our drivers. What else do we have? Offers, considering contract agreed. Olga is agreed. Will Humer's agreed. Will we take up those offers? Check it out next time. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'll be sure to hit you guys up in your comments and replying daily to everything you guys have to say, whether it be feedback, advice, or just compliments. Thank you so much.